Royalist unpacking this bitch, man. Just landed in the
0
80s.
Celsius.
Hey, all of that. I need all of that. Hey, look. Hey, look. This shit was.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome to the Top Podcast presented by Royalist Impact, where we talk about the culture. I'll be your host, Randall Campbell, a.k.a. Big Top. And today we're going to talk about what happened to the gentleman. I want to know. You should want to know, too. We're going to talk about it. Let's go. Today I'm excited to be joined by Isis Carswell, a child of God, and we're going to chop it up about what happened to the gentleman. This is kind of her baby. I was scrolling through Facebook, and I saw her post, and it kind of struck me, and I wanted to talk about it, so I reached out to her, and she agreed to be a guest on the show, so we're going to talk about it. Isis, you can give us a little background about yourself.
Well, my name is Isis Carswell, and I'm here with Randall, a fellow Boulderbergen. If you'll say it, we all grew up out here, but so I'm Isis, a mother of two, child of God, like he said, and just here to talk with him about relationships. And our main topic is what happened to the gentleman. It's rare, and it's sad that that form of man, of craft of art, is going away, because there are some women like me that enjoy to see a gentleman at his best.
Okay, Isis. Okay, so I'm going to ask you some questions. Why do you think gentlemen are fading out? Why do you think they're fading? And what's your expectation of a gentleman, and why do you think they're fading?
Okay, so I would say, why is it fading?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that answer is very complicated, right? It's
Right.
very complicated because you can say the economic side of it, like
Right.
the money situation, like what they did with removing the black man from the house. We can talk that way, right? That affected it. Well, their self-esteem.
Mm-hmm.
So, but also now, right, in the modern world that we live in, where,
Mm-hmm.
you know, men go get manicures, they dye their hair,
Mm-hmm.
you know, some of the things that enhance the woman a man is very interested in.
Mm-hmm.
And it's nothing wrong with it, right? But in a way, it softens them. So it takes away from the masculine nature of them,
Right.
right?
Mm-hmm.
It's nothing wrong with being well put together. You should be.
Right.
But the way that they're behaved now, it's more as if they're trying to be more like a woman.
Well, hold on, because your mate will be like, "Hey, babe, let's go get pedicures. Let's go get manicures. Let's go to the gym." Sometimes your woman will kind of soften you up. You know what I'm saying? Because she wants you to do so many things to adapt to how she wants you to be.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? How she wants you to look.
Yeah.
And you can kind of lose your identity and start doing things that maybe a masculine man wouldn't do. Because that's how society is nowadays. It's not really a masculine world anymore, where you got so many LGBTQ stuff going on and stuff like this. Everything is geared towards, I'm going to say, being softer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so you might have misheard me. It's nothing wrong with a man
Mm-hmm.
going to get a pedicure and a manicure.
Mm-hmm.
It's the behavior and the mindset behind it
Right.
is the problem. If you work hard and your nails are dirty and you want your nails clean and you
Mhm.
go to a professional, you should go.
Right.
Because you made the money. Treat yourself, right?
Right.
But it's the mind frame behind it. It's the man that's going to get his nails done, and if he has a scratch on his skin, it's the end of the world.
Oh.
Now he need cocoa butter.
Right.
Now
right.
it's that, you know.
A metrosexual.
He gonna get out the car, get the umbrella, and run his butt right on in there to the movies and stand there, watch you hold the coat over your hair where you spend $100.
Right.
Right?
Right.
That's the same man that I went and got my nails done with. Something wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I mean by that. They had went to what we've been doing for a long time and away from what they should be doing.
I feel you on that.
For real.
That's
like, you can go get your nails done, right? Put an emphasis on yourself, but put an emphasis on your mind, body, and soul, not just your appearance. Because what makes me soft is more than just, I don't have my nails done right now.
Right.
But that doesn't make me not soft.
Right.
I'm all woman, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
I can agree with that. I think dudes are getting softer. I mean, they do care about how they look too much. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, the woman or the world's supposed to know your character, not just how you look, like how you saying it. A lot of guys, they like you was talking about, they go spend $1,000 on a pair of jeans and $2,000 on a pair of shoes. Why would you? And they just gym shoes and jeans.
right.
That's not even a suit. You spend maybe $3,000 on an outfit, and it's just a t-shirt and some jeans.
Well, you can do it. Like, if you got the money, do it. So a lot of people may think this is weird, but I always look at the analogy of like a pimp. So, and people who know me, like personally know, like, I really go by pimp philosophy, like with business, life. Like, there's a book that I've been reading and listening to for years about from a pimp, right? And about how they, not the violent side, but how you maneuver life, right? How you able to get more bees with honey versus vinegar. They know that because that's their profession.
Right, that's their profession.
And they not into, the real ones that handle their business, they didn't have to beat the woman up.
Right.
This was all them being a gentleman.
Finesse.
Yeah. Dude, real being a gentleman.
Right.
And people be like, you use the analogy of a pimp. Yes, if you look at the movies, The Mac and all that stuff, yeah, they had some shady stuff in there. But I meant him as a man. He looked good. He went and got his nails done.
Right.
He didn't have to raise his voice for me to do something. He knew how to talk to me.
Right.
Even when he was frustrated, he still knew how to talk to them and get what he want without having to raise his voice, hit her, lie to her. You ain't got to do that to get what you want from people.
So what role does a woman play in a man being a gentleman?
Always focusing on herself, of being ladylike. You know, that didn't went out of style.
Exactly.
Ooh, Jesus.
Ratchetness everywhere. Cardi
Everywhere.
B.
And I'm
Sexy
all
Red.
for plastic surgery. I'm all for it. And what everybody want, you can get. It's not about the body shape. It's the mind frame, right? Cardi B is a performer. We don't know her in real life.
Exactly.
She could be the most ladylike person in the world. But what she allows us to see could only be that side for her brand.
Sex sales.
Yes. So people got to understand that. Like, I don't know why everyday people think that looking like an entertainer every day is okay and not wanting to be ladylike.
Right.
Let's stick on to the subject of, you know, the woman's role. Being ladylike, being willing and able to accept it. I just watched the video on Instagram, and I can pull it up if you want, of this girl said, you know, we talk about how we want a man to open the door for us, right? We want him to, you know, pull our chair out. We want him to order for us at a restaurant. We want him to set the reservation. Don't ask us where we want to go, right? Because men got that bad. I'm dating online. That man says, oh, I would love to just, I said, thank you. He called me gorgeous.
Right.
I said, thank you. He says, well, don't thank me now. Thank me after I take you for dinner.
Right.
Oh, that's so sweet, right?
Right.
So I'm like, where we going?
Right.
Smile emoji with the heart, right? Well, I don't really know your area, so, you know, I could just figure it out. Doom, doom, doom. He done. He ain't no gentleman.
Why was he done?
Because if you're a gentleman, you're going to make the plans and you're going to tell me. I said, where are we going? He had all the time in the world to respond.
Okay.
He could have took his time.
So
found
leading
the play, leading me.
Leading you.
Yes.
Okay, that's that pimp mentality you was talking about.
Man, no, and that's not just a pimp. That's what the Bible says.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. Biblical terms.
I'm looking to be submissive. That's ladylike.
But that's rare. That's rare nowadays. People don't want to be submissive. Women don't want to be submissive. Or they've been forced to be the head of the household because, like we was talking, like you said at the beginning, mass incarceration, high levels of divorce.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that can fracture a man's view of a woman too. That divorce, because a woman and a man going at it, you see that as a young child, you have less respect for women. There's a lot of ways that a man can have less respect for women, but we still gotta understand all women are mothers. All women are daughters.
Man.
So we should treat them, you know, with respect.
Yeah.
And put that value back into them. Because for a long time, when you was growing up, your father was the head of the household. You go to the family household meetings and you be there with his grandmother and everything like that. That all got fractured.
Right.
And the younger guys start looking into the streets for examples of men. And the younger guys in the streets, all you're going to see is hustlers, pimps, gangbangers, dudes who do anything for $1 and over-sexualize women. So...
Well, now, my grandfather wasn't like that. My grandfather worked. He raised his kids. He did. He retired. He cut his grass. Right to this day, I feel awkward walking on grass because I can hear my granddaddy saying, "Get off that grass."
That's right. That's right.
Right?
That's right.
He was a gentleman.
A gentleman.
He was a man.
Right.
He provided for his family. Right?
Yeah. That's how a lot of people are. Word. That's how a lot of people were. Especially growing up in Bolingbrook, all the guys who moved their families to the suburbs had some kind of plan, had money, had a vision.
Man.
But then it kind of like...
The drugs got a hold of them too, right? Yeah, we had to deal with that, yes.
Got to deal with that.
Our generation really had to deal with it. So, you know, it is what it is. But being a gentleman is a lot. You know, it means a lot, but... It enhances the man. It makes you more of a work of art.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Man, look at her husband. I got to get my shit together so I can find me, for one of them can find me.
Right.
Right? Because that's one thing about being single, the holdout. Because you have them coming at you. But when you say, no, I'm older, I'm wiser now, and I want a gentleman, someone that, like we were talking earlier about, like your auntie would have like this mysterious boyfriend, like he come in the house, dressed to the nine, he smell good, he speak to mama, he speak to your auntie, right? He's smiling, his teeth, he well put together. That you see him, we kids seeing him go, leaving out the house, right?
Nice car,
a nice car, clean. He opening the door for her, all of that. Where happened to the well put together man?
Well, he probably was married.
He wasn't.
He probably was married.
He wasn't married.
Backslide with your auntie.
They was the same age. This is my aunts are in their 60s and stuff. So I remember them. You know? No, they was all the same age, young, 18, 19, 25, put together young men.
Let me ask you a question. So, is paying bills part of being a gentleman? Paying the bill for the meal, paying the bill for the hotel room, or sending you gifts and stuff like that?
Yes, it is. It's a form of expressing your interests, right? And I'm old school, so we didn't grow up with much. So if he bought me a sweatshirt, I'm super happy because, like, I probably only had two, you know? So...
Right.
It's a form of expression. It's a form of showing your interest and your investment in a woman, right?
Yeah.
And that is a way to say and to show like that you care about her. You know, I thank God I'm not in a position right now to say, you know, I have to ask such and such to help me. But if you need that, then yeah, because in a way, when I think of a gentleman, like when I was younger, the first thing that comes to me is that, because you see him as like, he's like so manly and yummy. It's just like, they make you, just looking at them, give you a sense of protection and security, right? Because that's man. When he look at you and you look at him like, he got me. Like, it don't matter what come through here, he got me. So... yeah, paying bills plays a part in that.
But it doesn't have to. It has to be consistent. I feel like, as a woman, your expectations if I do it at the beginning, I gotta keep doing it. Like if say at the beginning your husband or your guy who's trying to date you or anything like that is doing something and it starts fading away, what do you do as a woman? When you see his gentlemanly acts start fading away, what do you do as a woman?
You hold him accountable,
Mm-hmm.
and you say, "This is what I expect." Right? You set expectations. I was married 15 years. We had expectations because I had told my one friend, like, I'm gonna have to remove this expectation because I have expect him to be here and I'm getting this. Like, that's not working out. Like, marriage, you have to give and take. As long as you being reasonable, right? It's not like you say, I want you to lose 100 pounds. Now, no, it don't work that way. But if it's us go on dates and I need you to set them, stuff like that, then, expectation is done.
So you don't want to you feel like maybe carrying the load as a woman is not gentlemanly.
Well, no, it's not. So, like, I'm single now. So, I'm responsible for everything. So, yeah, I have to dig deep. I have to be masculine, right? I have to be at work. And, like, I work in supply chain. Like, you got to be about it to work in supply chain. Like, you got to, like, be courageous. So, I say, thank you in Jesus' name. Help me press send. I got to send this email and tell them what's going on, right?
Yeah.
Because it's hard at times. So, being single, a woman carrying the load, yeah.
And I feel like this is a good subject because in 2024, I think men should listen to their women and try to be more gentlemanly. Even myself, I'm guilty of being an asshole. Sometimes I could be an asshole. Sometimes I could be arrogant. Sometimes I could be self-absorbed. But I always backtracking because, I try to satisfy my mate. But I think most men, we do have problems with being gentlemen. And we should try to get back to it. But it's not like it's a class.
Right.
It's not like it's a class to be a gentleman.
Start one.
I couldn't start one.
Start one.
So I taught
Start
gentleman
one.
class one-on-one.
Hey, me and you, we'll figure it out. We do the homework because it's really about positivity at the end of the day.
Positivity.
The more gentler that you are, the bigger her smile gonna be.
Right.
Right? And you want that for your wife, right? You want her to be happy every day. We know that life is not going to be, you can't be happy every day. That's impossible, right? But, hey, our Constitution says we have the right to pursue happiness, right?
Yes.
So a way of pursuing it is being a gentleman, right? Holding the door for her, keeping calm, even when everybody else is being crazy, right? Be like Jesus on the boat. Be calm, right? In the midst of the storm. So she knows she looks at you for strength. It's so sexy. Dude,
being a gentleman is sexy.
Yes.
If that's being sexy, I'm finna start being a gentleman as soon as I leave this room.
And I said I was going to make him say this stuff on tape. So, yes, wife.
Oh, baby, I got you. So what age do you think you should start teaching your son how to be a gentleman? If you're a man or a woman, single man, someone, whatever. What's a good age?
From the beginning. If he has sisters, right? And it's not tailoring him to be for you. Because in the way that children are made, it's a man and a woman. So a man and a woman is responsible for raising and teaching the child. It's not just on a woman and then she raised him and then he only love her and then we got to throw him away to society, right?
Right.
I'm talking about them ones that he has the male in his life. But even if he doesn't, if it is a single mother, raising him to be a gentleman, not just to be your man, and then, you act like nobody can date him.
Right.
We ain't talking about them. We can do that subject, too.
We can do that subject as well.
But, early on, holding the door, waiting, right? If your sister, you have a sister, make her play, You say the prayer, then you wait. Get our waters or whatever. And my son at home right now doing it.
Right.
And it's important to do that because it makes him gentler, right? A man is 3 times as strong as a woman, right? So it makes you more gentler. Because in reality, your grasp is way more than mine.
Yeah.
So
I should be your protector.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you have to learn to control that muscle mentally, physically, emotionally, all that.
Right.
And it's attractive when they do it.
So I think one question I want to ask was, damn, it's escaping me. escaping me. Oh, compliments. Do you feel like you should compliment your man? You should give your man compliments and give him confidence, embolden him.
Of course. If you are not a woman that is encouraging, something is wrong with you.
Mm-hmm.
Encouraging, especially when we talk about man and woman, encouraging your spouse is essential.
Mm-hmm.
If you are not his biggest cheerleader, then who will be?
Some chick on the side.
No, that means that he needs to go be with one woman that will do that.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need a team of cheerleaders, right?
No.
Having one for you, just like your mother, you know?
Yeah.
It's nothing like having an upgraded woman to support you at all times, and you get to make sweet love to her. Like, dude, that's the ultimate.
So women,
yes,
compliment your man.
Yes,
Tell him he look good. Tell him he doing a great job.
Man.
Or if he do something, compliment your man. A lot of y'all women be slipping on that.
man. Tell him what's the best part of his body that you love.
Something.
Because you know I don't believe in cheating. We talked about that earlier.
Yeah.
We don't believe in cheating,
No
right?
cheat.
So tell him what you love about him. Like my ex-husband, I said, "Oh, I like this about you." You know what I'm saying? I like that about you. You should. You want him to compliment you, right?
Yes.
Hey, tell me sweet nothings, but you know, make it specialty, and don't tell everybody though. When you say, "I love this about my husband,"
Yeah.
tell only him, and don't
keep that
kiss
to
and
yourself.
tell it. Yes.
It's a lot of Tubi movies. Like, don't mess around with your friends. Don't mix all that shit up. I just watched that movie, The Marriage Pass. Don't do it. It's scary.
What movie was that?
The Marriage Pass.
Okay, I'm on it.
Yeah, it's The Marriage Pass. They did a marriage pass thing and everything went to hell after that.
So they passed each other around.
No, the guy, the woman gave her husband a marriage pass because she felt like the marriage wasn't going well and they had been happy for a while.
What's a marriage pass? Jesus.
She slipped him a note. I don't know, but say you can go out this day and do whatever you want to do with no questions asked. Come back and we don't talk about it the next day. So,
okay. See, that's what I'm saying. People just coming up with these creative ways to steal. Don't be a gentleman. Don't be ladylike. Don't be like building things as one. You know, they going against everything. Like this is
people
so.
just want their cake and eat it too. They want their cake and eat it too. That's what people want. I mean, it's hard to be faithful, and it's hard to be content. But you know, it's
hard to be faithful?
It's learned. Yes, it's hard to be faithful. It's hard to be faithful.
I was married. I was faithful. It was never hard for me ever.
You know what I mean?
It's more.
Men are we visual.
I know, unfortunately, I don't know. God made y'all.
We lust. That's why you got your Carly B's, you got your Lottos, you got all these women out here doing all this stuff to their body for what? To sell us an image, to make us attracted to them. You know. So, and if they coming at you. And like you said, all this stuff you said about your man, how you said he was attractive and how he's sexy because he's a gentleman, and another woman see that, she might want that. And she might come at you. You got to be like, no, she might be the baddest one out there. You got to be like, nah, I'm satisfied with my woman.
Yes, because that's what you chose. Once you chose it, stick with it.
I'm not going to lie, it's hard. And it's hard. And I know women, it's the same, like I say, in any conditions, certain conditions, if the conditions are right, somebody might make a mistake. But you got to be strong. And that's part of being a gentleman as well.
And forgiveness, yes.
That's part of being a gentleman as well.
Yes, forgiveness and coming clean, not lying about it. Like if you feel like you got to step out, talk to me about it. It don't mean I'm gonna agree with it. It don't mean I'm gonna be okay with it. But no surprises.
No surprises.
No surprises and no new friends.
She's like, give me a marriage pass.
No.
No marriage passes.
No marriage passes. My game is good.
Mm-hmm.
My game is good.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I've had people cheat on me, but that's on them.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, it's hard.
It's hard.
So it's on the person.
It's on the person.
It's not on the person that got cheated on. No, it's not on you. Because even if the relationship bad, they could just leave. and don't be in the relationship and go get a girlfriend.
Right.
You don't have to have a bad situation and say, it's a bad situation, I'm going to stay in, then I'm going to go get somebody else. No, you could, like, stop it because we're adults and then go do something else. You don't have to do both. It make you even more of the worst person, even if that person was the problem.
Apple can not fall far from the tree. Your father could have been a womanizer. Your uncle could have been a womanizer. And that's like learned. It's like you learned how to be. That's what your image of a man was, to be a womanizer. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we black, and at one point, our ancestors, people that came, like our family, way greats, they learned how to pick cotton. It don't mean that I'm gonna be learning how to pick cotton.
That's so because I ain't picking no damn cotton.
Exactly.
No
so
cotton picking over here.
if because your daddy was a cheater, now that's how you justifying it. Well, go pick some cotton about my family. You know, whatever. I'll just say it ain't nothing like love, and it's so many things out here in life besides going from one person to one person.
Definitely is.
Go travel the world, go learn a new skill, go open up a business, like go travel. Like it's
you could read a book or something.
Yes, it's
find
so
to apply yourself.
many things besides just staying in one spot and just going from one person to another. Like I saw this video on Instagram. It said, like, if you still doing the same things that you was doing 6 months ago, like, you suck.
You suck.
You need to be evolving and changing who you are at all times. So I'm glad I mentioned that because it goes to about being a gentleman, right? And we mainly talking about the black man.
The black man.
Like, I don't feel like the black man has evolved as much as we have in a whole.
I think I saw a post. You said you and your sisters are doing well and y'all striving to be successful, but men, what's going on with the guys?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I saw
took
that.
Down.
I saw that. I saw that and I was like, okay. But this is kind of true. When you go see the graduation rate from college, the women, they just supersede the men. Yeah. The ones that's becoming judges and lawyers and all these things, politicians, is just blowing us away. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And you see so many guys who want to just be rappers. You know, want to be rappers. I mean, hold on, I do have some rap videos. I didn't rap, but I produced those videos.
Right.
But because that's kind of like
form of art.
It's kind of like what we aspire to be. You know what I'm saying? But we need to change the narrative and become more gentlemen and be more worldly, be in the community more, and stop being so superficial and self-absorbed by what we got on and what we driving in and how many chicks we can bang and all this type of stuff, and start getting back to the natural state of a man, which is to take care of a woman, raise a family, and be godly. And that's part of being a gentleman. And that's why I feel like Isis made a good point. Let's let you know. That's one of the reasons why I invited her to the show, because it's a good point. We need to get back to that, for real. And I appreciate you.
Thank you, because it's really about enhancement, right? Like, we've been knowing each other since we was little kids. We have totally evolved, right?
Right.
And we had conversation about some of those that really have not, that from when, back in the day. And it's okay because everybody is at their own level. So we really talking about overall in general, right? So we want to make sure that it's not directed towards anybody. It's just we having a general conversation about being a gentleman, right? And what ties into that, and because we both are black, I like saying black over African American, but
me too.
But I know my African roots. Like, don't get it twisted, right?
Yeah.
But
Smokey Robinson said he don't like that. He don't like to be called African American. He's a black American.
Yeah.
Yeah, I read that. So then when I read that, I kind of applied that. That does make sense.
Yeah.
I'm a black American. You know, I know my heritage is that, but I'm from America.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But even being American is getting watered down because they just let anybody come over here. But everybody should get an opportunity to live free or whatever. But being American, what is that? That's a subject for another day.
Yes,
but being American, what is that? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, and you know what? With the election coming, let me know. I can talk about that too.
I'm into politics. I would talk about politics on the podcast, but I don't know. You know, I don't want to get blacklisted or anything like that because I probably got warrants or something. I don't know. I'm just talking
True.
shit.
I know. Hey, you never know, because once they put their teeth in you, they definitely don't let go. But
yeah, they will.
Yeah, but when it comes to like the black man evolving, it's really heartbreaking, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when you think of a gentleman, you think of a successful man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just
his
USB, like the beef, like the successful man. Gentleman, you instantly go to someone like in a suit, like 3-piece, clean cut, smell good. I mean, we all can.
Barack Obama type stuff. Don Peoples.
Yeah, like, I just say.
Don't name an actor, because actors act.
I'm not going to name anybody. I keep picturing a man in the 3-piece wool, cashmere, woven suit, just...
Like Stephen A. Smith. I say Stephen A. Smith, he's a clean brother. You know what I'm saying? Very articulate, and he worldly, and he know how to get his opinion across, and he one of the 8th most recognized people right now.
Yeah, but see, I just... If that's who you see, then I respect that. But I don't. When I think of gentleman, I would never go to him, because I've seen his mannerisms when he's on TV and he's talking with his mouth wide open and sticking his lips out. Like, he's not carrying himself posed.
Mm-hmm.
He's not being as he can get his point across and do all that without all that.
So you want more of a regal man, like regal and self-composed,
calm,
a man of not too many words, but when he says something, got a lot of meaning behind it.
Yummy.
You know what I'm saying? I can understand. That's probably what we aspire to be. That's what we're to talk about. I want to be a better gentleman. After this conversation, I'm going to try to be a better gentleman, and I'm going to try to preserve the gentleman for us brothers out there, because we need to get that back.
Man, bring it.
Mm-hmm.
Bring it. It's, because it's not just him opening the door.
Mm-hmm.
It's him taking care of his body. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, you talking to men missing teeth. Dude, go get your teeth fixed.
I never understood that. When they be having that layer of plaque right there, and they still be smoking the cigarettes, like, bro, why you smoking a cigarette? You got that layer of plaque right there.
Oh my, like, you don't even floss, like, no self-care. Like, that is a gentleman. His game is tight.
Okay, what is a person that use a lot of, like, smoke a lot of weed, drink a lot, is that attractive? That can you still be a gentleman and still do that type of stuff?
Yes, everybody can do whatever they want. It's when you abuse it and it start tearing you up, that's the problem. We know that. So if it's whatever you need to do to get through the day, do whatever you need to do. It's a no judgment free zone. Like, I don't be judging people, like,
right.
But I will discern if you a fool, and now I know you a fool. Mm-hmm. But I have learned that you're a fool. I'm just not looking at you and doing that. But yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like, to me, if you need to smoke weed to get through the day, then smoke the weed, get through the day. It's how you carry yourself. It's how you do it. We all know that you can do whatever you want, just don't abuse it. Abusing something is what catches us all up, right?
Right.
So that's the part of it. But he can still, like, go outside, because he deserves his own personal space, just like a woman, right?
Yeah.
Like, everyone doesn't need to see my private parts, because they're called private parts.
Exactly.
So I don't need to show everybody my private parts.
That's kind of interesting.
But it goes to, like, what we talked about.
I'm gonna say it. Okay, so what part do you think social media or, like, dating apps, what do you think that affects on being a gentleman and doing non-gentlemanly acts, like exposing themselves, their genitals, or without, if the person didn't even request it and they just doing it, you know what I'm saying?
So, to me, those are like media whores.
Media whores.
Just ding dong ditch. You're going to keep until somebody come out.
Right.
So you just going to keep sending them. Those people are obviously have issues.
They got issues.
And it's not gentlemen. To me, it's a window into
Unless requested. If somebody requested, I mean.
Unless it's requested. Like we said, consensual relationships.
Consensual.
If this is my boo and we are like that, we may do that because that's something between the two of us.
Yes.
And it's an established relationship where we have that, we cool like that.
We cool like that.
But if we are not cool like that, why are you soliciting yourself? Because it's like they soliciting themselves. Why are you doing that? And you a man, that's disturbing because naturally I may be physically attracted to a man, but because I am a woman, I think with my here versus here for my decisions. So if I don't think that we're going to have a successful relationship, regardless of how you look, I'm not going to deal with you. And like meeting certain expectations and stuff. So that actually is a major turnoff to me. I don't look at him and be like, oh yeah, I want to do him, unless it's like some fantasy all wrapped up into it, like you watching a movie and Idris on there and he get out the pool. Then yeah, they set me up. He hot. I got to, right? Ooh, right? But like, not Jamal, and I don't know nobody named Jamal, so I'm using the name Jamal. Man, it ain't Jamal.
I think we do know somebody named Jamal. You just don't want.
But
I'll just say it.
Okay, well then John Doe. We'll say John Doe. Or John Wick. We'll say John Wick. Yeah, John Wick, right? So some John Wick that we know, like talking about sending some pics, dude. I know you. I know everything about you. We was in class pictures together. That is a major turn off. Like, what kind of man have you become?
Look, it can even
like
go
that's what I need to know.
That. You can have those pics. And you can extort that man. You can say, "Look, I got these pictures. I'm gonna send them to your job, your place of business, and extort you unless you." Give me $10,000. I'm sending an email. Everybody gonna get this.
Okay, but remember,
that's some big different shit. But that was on that movie I was talking about, the marriage pass. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God. Okay, I gotta watch it. But this the thing, Rendell. The person that they sent it to is focusing on being ladylike. So I'm not gonna blackmail him, right? I'm just gonna be like, I'm good on him, and he gonna get blocked on social media because that's where he found me because I don't go nowhere. Right. And then like if we was texting, then he gonna get blocked. It's a wrap. Because like you need to know when you went too far. And it doesn't mean that I hate you and I never want to talk to you again. It just means that you on ice. If I want to restart the relationship, I can unblock you, send you a message and tell you why. Or we can talk through it because you're going to know why, because it's going to be instant. Yeah. But, you're not a gentleman, you a creep. A creep. So that's what makes him a creep. You're not a gentleman, something wrong with you. Regardless if he cool as a fan. Like, it's something wrong with if I text, not you, but somebody we know, John Wick, he's single, we know him, and ISIS is like, and sending it to him. Right. There's nothing ladylike about that.
So Romans 12:2. Yeah. Don't be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind. Yes. How does this apply to being a gentleman?
Yes.
For you.
Don't be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind. Okay. Right? Yeah. So it applies to that you have to be intentional, right? You have to be deliberate. It's a discipline. It's about behavior. It's mind, body, and soul. It's not just opening doors. It's the way you think. You see a woman, you see her as a delicate flower. You don't see her as a and all that stuff. You respect her regardless if she is out there. Respect her. You know what I'm saying? Because it's about how you carry yourself. Because it's intentional. Most people are not like that. They gonna call her the words. They gonna be ignorant. They gonna do this and that. They not gonna pump your gas. They not gonna hold your door. They gonna be ignorant, right?
Right.
They gonna talk about you. They gonna disrespect your mama. They gonna do this and that. Disrespect your kids. They don't care. They gonna say words. They gonna do this. They gonna do that. They gonna sneak pictures of you, post it on Facebook. They gonna lie about you, right?
Right.
Right. Because they of this world that way. That right there, Romans, was it 2:12? It speaks to don't be of this world, right?
Right.
A gentleman is not of this world. Because I can find a loser, a fool on every corner.
Exactly.
It is so hard to find a gentleman. That's why I made the post. It all ties back to not being of this world. I'm not, so I want to find somebody who like the finer things in life, who like to be nice to people, who like to just be friendly, you
Right.
know? Why
Right.
you gotta be mean? I'm trying to date somebody and he mean. What is wrong with you? You're not a gentleman. You supposed to be what? Encouraging her, bringing the best out of her, right? Easing mine, I'm gonna ease yours. That's what a gentleman does.
That's what a gentleman does.
That's what a gentleman does. A man can be a man. He 3 times as strong as a woman.
Right.
At any time, you can be a man.
Right.
Can you be a gentleman with those muscles that's 3 times as big as mine? Can you?
I don't know. We'll try. You got guys out there. We gotta try. We gotta start trying to be better gentlemen. So, in closing, I appreciate you coming out, Isis Carswell, to get your opinion that I stole from you about gentlemen. And we should strive to be better gentlemen, man. We should do better by our families, do better by the society, the community, and do better to our wives, and mothers, and fathers, and etc. You know what it is. Talk Podcast. Hit the bells for notifications, like, share, subscribe. Until next episode, peace.
Trump dummy.
D-Mac on the fucking track. Tell you true. Big body, 4-seater, keep the heater, we know drug dealers. Dirty Sprite in my cup, bustin' nut, what else is it do lately? The 20 up, hit 'em up, send me tuck, got nothing to prove, baby. Plenty stuffed in the ground, no trust, I just get confused, it's crazy. Talking tough on the ground, don't make the news, you lose, basically. Your main bitch, same chick, text the pitch, craving for the dick, ayy. Can't hang with false prophets, still got niggas that draw fists. Stop a nigga in the club, what the fuck, now my team scuff. All bluff tuss, seen enough, no love, huh, just run it up. Having fun, brush, pushing weight like, out the gate, no face, no case, yes sir. Still with my day one niggas, a bang out if they come get us. Can't hang out in the front with us. Posted with 4-5 killers, kilos in the trunk, yes. Is it a op in the blunt, yes. Please don't get me upset. My dogs control the pests. The mop gon' clean up the mess. Say less, send a request. Today I might bring out the